Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, this is Dar, and for today's pick a card reading, I'm seeking messages from the universe, and the question is, what messages are the animals or birds around you carrying for you today? Alright, so if you find yourself in a place where either a bird or an animal keeps grabbing your attention, maybe there are some messages for you there. Okay, so take a moment, take a deep breath, and see which card you feel drawn towards. So this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So take a moment and choose your pile, and I will see you in your reading. Remember that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And always use your intuition to get your own messages. Alright? Okay, I'll see you. Bye. Hi there. If you chose pile number 1, then this reading is for you. This is the card, and the question for today is, what message is the animal around you carrying for you? Okay, we are always surrounded by animals, birds, and I believe they are always speaking to us, right? They come at different junctures of our life to nudge us to look at certain things in our life, right? So here's the card, and that's card number 19, which says, God has no caste, nor does a Harijan God's own. We bicker about caste and creed, and entire humanity drowns. Okay, so the message here that I'm clearly getting is hierarchy. All right, so pile number 1, I believe the animals around you, whoever it is, if it's a crow, if it's a dog, if it's a cat, or I don't know, I'm getting bird, a lot of bird energy, maybe crows. You've been visited by crows, so it's asking you to take a look at what you have believed about hierarchy, right? Is it something that is putting you down, is limiting you? Are you limiting yourself because of a perceived hierarchy? Are you giving away your power, right? That's what the message here is. You have the soul child and purity, purification, and opportunity. Well, here's the thing, okay? Purity is about clearing out your emotional baggages. Now, for a lot of you who are watching, if you are an Indian, you do know that our society has a lot of caste and creed and hierarchies on the basis of that, not just class, right? And it's a pretty oppressive system, and it is very easy to feel burdened, to feel powerless in the face of a system or that makes you feel powerless, right? Which puts hierarchically you are placed at a lower rung, so it gets difficult and challenging to navigate this oppressive system. All right, but here's the thing, because of this system, we have been told, or you have been fed this idea that you're not enough, that you cannot reach where you want to reach, or you cannot make your dreams come true, you cannot get that job position because of the caste that you were born in, right? And Now, oftentimes what happens is because of this idea that it's been fed to us, it's been fed to us to keep us in the lower rungs, to keep us from reaching our full potential in making things happen, right? This is a mind game that is carried out by the society, by the systems. So here, whatever animal is around you that you're noticing is asking you to look at yourself and see where in your life you are accepting defeat without even trying, because you have these ideas in your head, right? You have this perception. I'm at no point telling you that this does not exist, that it's not easy, it's not hard to navigate these systems, but all I'm saying is maybe there is something within you that you need to look into that is hindering your growth and your ability to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Okay, so purity is all about clearing the emotional baggage. I'm also getting this feeling because this wolf has heterochromia, two different eye colors. So this is about duality. So pile number one, make sure that you are not putting anybody on a pedestal, either you or someone else. What happens with pedestal is you either put someone above, put someone below, and make sure that you are not doing that and that you are staying neutral, okay? Because that is the place from where you can grow, okay? And you can let others grow, and you can also see everyone as not better than you but same as you, which gives a lot of strength, okay? Because here's what happens, insecurity, right? Our biggest enemy is insecurity. When you feel insecure, it gets difficult to do certain things, but you might insecure, right? And here's something that one of my friends was talking about the other day, and I might be feeling insecure of someone who is an established tarot reader, or an established tarot reader might be feeling insecure by someone else who's doing much better, right? And there is a celebrity. You look at a celebrity and you feel insecure because you think that they are doing so much better and they have everything together. And that celebrity must be looking at somebody else, like, okay, Bollywood celebrity, they might be looking at someone else in Hollywood, and they might be thinking, oh, they might be feeling insecure because there is someone else who's doing far better than them, has it together. But these are all perceptions, right? In the end, all of us feel insecure no matter where we are, because we have the tendency to compare our lives to other people who we think are doing far better, right? But that's far from the truth. We are all humans, we all have the same range of emotions. So be mindful that you're not putting anyone on a pedestal, and also you're not comparing yourself with anyone. This is your journey. Soul Child is about realizing that your journey is your own and it's unique to you. You cannot compare your journey with anyone else. You cannot compete. It is what it is, and you don't need to burden yourself by other people's achievements and successes, right? You have the purification card right after purity, and this tells me it's time for you to let go of the emotional baggage associated with hierarchy. Whatever it is that you have with regards to hierarchy, whether you're putting yourself down or you're, putting yourself above others. This is cycle which is going to keep you trapped. So you need to let go of it. The purification card, it has a sunflower and rain. There is rain here, and this is a card which says April showers brings May flowers, right? A lot of times it's important for rain to wash away and just fertilize the soil so that you get the flowers in May. All right, so April is not a time for rain, but it does when it does rain in April, it brings out beautiful flowers, right? So rain water is also emotions. So whatever emotions you have, baggages you have, just be present with it and let it go. And as you become present, you will see, with your intuition, that there are a lot of opportunities for you. Okay, opportunities coming for you, which is going to help you move forward in a better way. You have the Two of Wands, the Sun, and the Three of Wands. Okay, the Sun card, once again, it's sunflower, child. This is about completely embracing who you are. Are you feeling ashamed of where you are in the society, where you are placed in the society, because of your caste, because of your class? Are you shying away because you think you don't have a place here in the society? If that's what it is, it's time to let it go and embrace yourself fully, without shame, without guilt, and just accept, okay, accept and move forward. That is what I am getting for you, pile number 1. That is what the animal around you is asking you to look into, right? The hierarchy is affecting your ability to excuse me, create the world you wish to. There is the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands over here, and in between is the Sun card, and it's giving me a feeling that you're just looking out into the horizon, into the world, and security, right? You are possibly a little bit worried about your sense of security, and in the distance you do see challenges, right? The mountains here represent challenges and obstacles in your journey, but don't be afraid of it, pile number 1, because it's a part and parcel of your journey, and these things are placed there so that you can grow and rise up to the challenge, right? So that you have better things for yourself, and the ground is fertile and you have a fertile stuff in your hand, right? There is all these sprouts, which is telling me that now is a good time to start planting the saplings so that you can have harvest in a couple of months. Okay, so just make sure that you are not putting a lot of energy into thinking about hierarchy, because here's Four of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, the Empress, Knight of Wands and Empress in reverse, and here also I have the Empress in reverse. So this is giving me a feeling that your understanding of hierarchy, or how you look at yourself, is hindering your ability to create and be in abundance. Okay, because there is a sense of lack, and you're also holding on to money too tightly, right? Or some material thing too tightly, or maybe you are sensing your worth on money, right? Your self-worth, your self-esteem, everything is on the basis of, you're basing it off of money, which is not a good thing, right? Because money is an energy, yeah, and it keeps flowing. Sometimes, yeah, you have less money, sometimes you have more money, and it's a cycle, and it keeps going, and it does not indicate who you are, right? It's not an indicator of your worth or your value in the world. You have a lot to offer, and file number one, I think the message that I am getting from the universe, that the animal around you is carrying, is that don't go into self-defeatist mode, okay? Because things are good for you. Don't try and rush things, slow down and clear out your emotional baggages, and take a look into hierarchies, right? Be mindful of where you are placing yourself. For example, when you are working in a group, right? Well, when you go there, are you already placing yourself at a lower rung, thinking that everyone else is far better than you, right? And you're not voicing out your opinions and putting out your ideas because you think it's not worth it. If that's something that you're doing, be mindful of it, and don't hold back. Don't hold back from putting out your ideas and thoughts. And also at the same time, if you're working in a group, are you thinking that you are far better than everyone else, and refusing to look at what others are saying and contributing, and how you all can work together? If that's something that you're doing, be mindful of that. It's not about, don't put hierarchies on yourself, and just be neutral, and know that you have a lot of wealth and knowledge and good things to offer and contribute. Okay, so yeah, that's all I have for you today, pile number one. Thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you'd like to share something with me, please do so in the comments. I will love to hear from you. And also, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can go to www.shubhanadar.com and yeah, book it with me. All right, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi there. If you chose file number 2, then this reading is for you. This is your card, and the message that we are seeking from the universe is, what is the animal around you trying to tell you? What message is it carrying for you? So if you've been noticing any animal or birds around you more than usual, whether it's some bird, cow, dog, anything that is coming to your attention right now, then this is what they are trying to tell you. Okay, so you have the card number 36, which says, if you make a boat of stones and set it on the water, says Kabir, pay heed to my words, it will sink midstream. You did not connect with God. What did you earn, Bavara, O knave one? Okay, this is giving me a feeling that you gotta be practical and realistic about what you're doing and what you're seeking, pile number 2, because if you make a boat out of stones, it is going to sink, right? Because of the weight of it. So are you connecting with yourself, or are you burdening yourself with the weight of the world and creating under pressure, right? You're supposed to create because that's what you feel called towards, right? You feel good about, and it's something that is that has to come from your heart. But if you are creating out of pressure, then you are not fully putting yourself out there, right? You are bending to obligations and expectations, and that is very naive way of doing things. So here is, you have the heart transmission card. Along with it, you have delight, solitude, and forgiveness. Okay, pretty interesting. Okay, so the heart transmission is about, once again, you have to connect with your heart. Pile number 2, the animal around you, what message is it is carrying for you is connect with yourself. Okay, connect with your heart and really truly look at what are you creating, and for what are you creating it, for whom, and how does it help you. Okay, because you have to create for yourself and not others. Okay, you have to value your own work before expecting validation and value from others, right? You have to be at a state where you can appreciate your own work, right? So whatever you're creating, it's giving me a feeling that connect with your heart, create with your heart. There is delight, solitude, and forgiveness, which is once again reinforcing the idea that you need to, maybe you are burdened, right? Maybe you're burdened because of the weight of responsibilities, and you feel pressure to create when and it's not fully coming out of your heart, but you're doing it out of obligation. If that is something that is happening to you, pile number 2, take some time off. Go within. Solitude is all about going within. The expectations the world places on you is never ending, right? It's unlimited. The world is going to keep on asking from you, but you need to ask yourself, what is it that you want? You need to ask your heart, what is the life that you want to live? What is it that you wish to create, right? And when you see that vision, you gotta hold it and you gotta work towards it. Whether or not the world supports it, you have to do it, all right? And you have to also forgive yourself. This is also, maybe there are birds. Are you seeing sparrows or even a hummingbird or sunbird? I'm not sure. Take delight in the creative process. Okay, don't let it burden you, but enjoy the process. If you're not enjoying the process, find out what is making you not enjoy this process of creating, right? Because that there is the answer to your fulfillment, to your happiness. And you need to forgive yourself, pile number 2, because we make mistakes, all right? We often make mistakes because we are learning. We are constantly learning. We take wrong turns, but that does not mean that you have to curse yourself and be harsh or rude to yourself. It just means that you understand you went the wrong way and take a turn and get back on your path, right? You gotta forgive yourself, and forgiveness towards self just means compassion. Have a lot of compassion towards yourself. And oftentimes we keep going and we just keep doing things out of obligation. We burden ourselves from the expectations of the world and burn ourselves out because we lack compassion towards ourselves, right? So be compassionate, towards yourself, and give to yourself, right? You have the Sun card, the Knight of Cups, and the Three of Wands, which is telling me that there is a sense of emotional fulfillment, the lack of emotional fulfillment, because you're not giving to yourself. Your creation is not giving to yourself, right? It is not giving you whatever it is that you're creating. It is not serving you, contributing towards your emotional fulfillment. So embrace your truth. Okay, embrace your truth fully, be honest with yourself. It's also one of the important things, right? To be honest with yourself. Is this fulfilling me? Is this serving me? Asking these questions, because a lot of times we get so caught up in doing things, doing our duty, our job, that we do not check with ourselves how we are doing, and if this is helping us, and if this is making us feel good. So what your cards are asking you is to ask yourself how you can make this process, this creative process, better for you, right? Help you serve better, make it more fulfilling, and where or what is taking the joy out of creating. Take a look at it and introspect on it, because that is what is going to help you reach your emotional fulfillment. You have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords here. So this is telling me that, once you do look into these things, there is a lot of abundance for you, a lot of emotional fulfillment, a new beginning on the horizon for you. But all you need to do is, there's the entire mental energy of, feeling trapped, feeling burdened. You need to let go of it, and just tap into your intuition, tap into your feeling, because that is always going to lead you to better places, towards your own fulfillment. So take a look at that, and that's what the animal is asking you to look at today. All right, pile number 2, that's all I have for you today. This is a general reading, so all messages might not resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like to share anything with me, please do so in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can visit my website www.shubhanadar.com and book it there. All right. Okay, I will see you in your next reading, pile number 2. Bye. Hi there. If you chose pile number 3, this card, then this reading is for you. Okay, let's jump right into it. This is card number 18, which says, Kabir stands in the marketplace, wishes for the well-being of all. Neither is he friends with anyone, nor does he have enmity for anyone. What an interesting message for you, pile number 3. We are asking, what messages is the animal around you carrying for you? Okay, so okay, if you also felt drawn towards pile number 1, then maybe take a look at it, because pile number 1 also had a same message, similar message, okay, which is about pile number 1 was all about hierarchy, right? But for you, I'm getting this feeling, message that this is about neutrality, right? Or non-duality. So pile number 3, if you have been, looking at things as, going too much into if something is good or bad, you have to understand that good and bad are subjective. What is good today may be bad tomorrow, and what is bad might turn out to be good, right? It's all about perspective and circumstances, So, are you getting into a place of, either vilifying someone, or are you getting into a place of really putting someone in a pedestal and or treating people differently, right? Because I'm not sure what this is about, but it's something that you know um, is coming up for you, and you have the soul child here, right? The card soul child is talking about um, your journey, right? You have a unique journey here, and the important aspect of this journey is to not compare it with anybody else, right? Because everyone is on their own journey. Their path is unfolding according to the divine timing, right? Everybody has their own pace of going at things, their own route to take, even though the destination might be the same. So there is no need for you to like compare yourself to anybody. And so are file number 3, this is this is a bit challenging for me, okay? So there is a very mixed sort of message coming through for you. I think I need to clarify this, okay? What does this card mean? Ace of Wands, Son of Cups, the Emperor in reversed. Okay, so there is truth, diligence, and courage, okay? Okay, are you being truthful entirely, right? Or are you, let's say you are being honest and truthful to your friends, but when it comes to strangers and other people, or somebody that you think you have the potential to work with, you are not being truthful with them or honest with them? Is that something that you're doing? Because if that is something that is happening, where your truth is changing as per the people around you, then pile number 3, your message is to make sure that you're being truthful everywhere, because that is what is going to help you. There is diligence and there is courage, and this is all about integrity, right? You need to have the integrity, the courage to hold integrity within you, all right? Because it does take a lot, for because being yourself, being entirely truthful and putting it out there, regardless of who is in front of you, takes a lot of courage, and it's about vulnerability, right? It's about being vulnerable, and that is a very difficult situation and a place to put yourself in, because vulnerability is seen as weakness for most part in our society. So it might be a difficult or challenging thing to do, but I do see that is something that you do need to practice, right? Because that is where your strength lies. Like, when I look at this card, courage, it's about these rocks, right? No matter the waves, how much they crash, and however wild they are, the rocks just stand there in their truth. And here is also a tree once again, no matter what the weather is, how windy, stormy, it just stands strong, right? And this is also, diligence is also giving me feeling that you need to get a perspective on things, how you are looking at things, how you're perceiving yourself. Are you not being honest because you are perceiving yourselves or judging yourself in a certain way, thinking that if you don't, if you put out your truth, then you are going to be considered less? Is that something that is happening to you? So look at these things and look at where you are judging your own self. Where are you making these assumptions or judgments about your own self? You also have the Death card, the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. That is two major arcanas. So I do feel like there is a cycle that you need to let go of, you need to end, which is maybe you do have integrity, but you have been, I'm sorry for saying, like, I'm not saying that you don't have integrity, but maybe you have been too afraid to show up as yourself, right? And maybe you have been too afraid to trust the people around you. You have been, you've been finding it very difficult to navigate this world, people around you, work with people, not knowing whom to trust and whom to not trust, and that's been affecting your ability to achieve success for yourself or abundance for yourself, or your ability to create abundance for yourself. So that is something that needs to end here, pile number 3. Let go. So take a look at what is really holding you back and let go of it. Let it end and come into union, right? So this is Two of Cups. Two of Cups is also, I feel, you need to trust yourself. Okay, you need to believe in yourself. This is giving me a feeling of inner union, your ability to nurture and create. You need to bring that together. And the High Priestess is all about intuition and knowing. So you have a lot of major arcanas coming through, pile number 3, right? The High Priestess is someone who has the sacred knowledge, who holds the sacred knowledge, and it is partially covered. So it is there for everyone who seeks, right? For the truth seekers, the sacred text is there, but for someone who doesn't know, who doesn't seek, they can't see it, right? So for you, this is a card which is telling you the message that is coming through for you is embrace your truth. There's Truth card as well. There's Page of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So for a lot of you, this might also be tied up to you being able to create wealth, right? So there is a new beginning for you, a new energy coming through and a new opportunity for you to build the wealth. And all you need to do is have patience. Temperance is all about harmony and balance, and this will only come when you're not discriminating or vilifying yourself or other people. Release judgments towards yourself and others. And the Ten of Cups in reverse is giving me a feeling that this might cause a lot of emotional upheaval, but it is a part of process because you are aligning yourself with your truth, right? Your heart and your mind, and it's about letting go of the old programming which forces us to be a certain way, show up a certain way in the society, and not trust people, judge, and hierarchies, put hierarchies and yeah, work and operate in that sphere of hierarchies and like systemic things. So make sure that you're not doing that, and make sure that you have you are, you know, fully being in your truth, okay, and not discriminating with people, to and allow yourself to be entirely you, regardless of where you are and who you're surrounded by. Okay, all right, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much for being here. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I would love to hear from you, so please do comment if you'd like to say something. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can visit my website www.shamanic.com and book it through there. I will see you in your next reading. Bye.